Thank you for joining me today. Okay, so I gotta be honest. A lot of y'all women are still in the fantasy world, okay? And we gotta break that shit right now, okay? Because when you get with these men, what you don't understand is times are different from how they used to be. And yes, men still, a lot of them still want to be protectors and providers, but they just can't afford it. They just haven't seen the leadership to teach them how to be a protector or provider. So a lot of times you get these fake protector providers, and they'll start off doing little stuff for you. They'll start off saying, hey, if you need anything, all these things. Then once you move in, or once they move in, or however the relationship progresses, then you'll start to see that they're going to get more and more frustrated. They're going to get more and more short tempered with you. They're going to demand more from you because they're being more heavily invested. That was the number one thing I gave example on my channel, on that shorts video that I made. So what you need to understand as a woman is sit down and really write out the pros and cons of a provider man, all right? If you get with a provider man, he's going to demand more of you. And then also you automatically know you're going to have to cut the other men off, all right? Especially if you're in a committed relationship, such as a marriage and things like that. To me, that's the only time that you should stop dating is when you're engaged or when you're married to someone. But some people feel differently. So I'm going to leave that right there. But I grew up in a home where my father was the sole provider for everything and for everyone, okay? My mother and myself and my brothers and sisters. And I can tell you it was complete hell living in that environment because she was completely dependent on them. She didn't have any outside resources. She didn't have any money. She was isolated and everything like that. It tends to lead to more abuse too, okay, and more mistreatment because most men have that misogyny and that ego. They feel like because they are physically stronger than women and children, that women and children are weak. And most men feel like women need to bow down to them. Whether they admit it or not, a lot of them in their actions and the things that they say show that that's how they feel. All right. So you as a woman, you never want to depend on anyone. All right. I will say this to man, woman, anybody. Never depend on someone else for your survival. That's a no-no. Because a lot of things that women don't say or whatever is when these so-called protector provider men get mad, all right? I know of women that weren't even able to get personal products from their so-called man or whatever because he was mad at them. And so you have to think about things like that, okay? If you put all of your trust and your belief in someone and then they feel some kind of way, you get into an argument, you don't do something that they want you to do, you have very little say so in your own relationship. All right. So it used to be, hey, the one that has the vagina rules or whatever. Nowadays, guys don't even think like that because they can go see that on the internet. The reason why it seemed to work back in the days better with the provider protector relationship is because not only did women need men for survival, but men knew that that was the only way that they were going to secure a woman is they were going to have to take care of one. It was just automatically something that was understood. You want a wife, you want a woman, you're going to have to pay. Nowadays, they can see, just look on TV and you can see somebody damn near naked. All right, so men don't put value on it the way that they used to. And women, you have to understand that. So yeah, reconsider when you say that you want a provider, protector man. Do you mean that you want him to take care of all the bills and the rent, everything? Even your personals and your disposable income, things like that. If you want to go somewhere, if you want to go shopping, if you like to go out to eat, if you want to take a vacation, is he gonna take care of that too? Or is he going to take care of the big bills and you take care of the small things outside of the home? Like, get some kind of clear understanding of what each party is agreeing to, all right? Is he mentally mature? I mean, is he emotionally mature, okay? Does he have the finances to do all this wonderful shit that he claiming he can do? Okay, because a lot of times these men will start off believing they can do it, but once they understand how expensive a woman really is and the needs of a woman, they get frustrated because they can't do it no more. Their salary or their amount of money is not enough to take care of you, okay, and them. And especially not if you have kids. And trust and believe me, if you live with him and y'all laying up having sex, eventually you are going to get pregnant if everything works normally. And it don't even matter that you have birth control. It can still happen. So you got to think about these things. You always want to put yourself in a win-win situation. That's why I said men are always going to put themselves in a win-win situation. They're not going to do anything that doesn't benefit them. They're not going to do anything just out of just out of love and no. So women need to start thinking on that level too. Another thing you want to think about is this: what happens if that provider protector male not only doesn't want to give you money, like punishes you financially, but what if he just ups and leaves, okay, and abandons you? Because this happens all the time. What if he abandons you? What if he abandons you and the kids? What are you going to do, go back to your mom's house? You know what I'm saying? So you always have to have your own money. I always say this, ladies, even if you do go with a provider protector relationship, always have some money coming in. I don't care if it's where it's from, all right? You know, of course, you want to do it legally and morally, but I'm just saying. Whether you got to work outside the home, like work inside the home part time or everything, or anything, you're going to have to do something to have your own money, just in case this motherfucker act up, all right? And if you aren't able to work outside of home for some other reason or whatever, make sure that you're taking some of the money that he's giving you and put some to the side for a rainy day. Even if you have to put it in a bank account, you know, maybe put it in Cash App, Robinhood, something or whatever. That way, he's not able to get it in touch. He's not able to get a hold of it, all right? Make sure you shredding your receipts, things like that. If you have to do everything through your phone, do that. But always have some stash money put away. All right? That's just common sense. Another thing that you guys are not thinking about is this: men that are provider protectors, women want those type of men. So you're gonna have competition from women on the outside, all right? Especially if they see that he's established or he's doing for you, she's gonna be thinking, huh, well, if she can get all that, so can I. So there's a lot of things that you need to take into consideration. Another thing is, what happens if this provider protector is no longer able to take care of y'all? What if he gets sick? What if he passes away? You know, there's all kind of things that you have to think of. So that's why I say you can never solely survive um, depending on somebody else. And that's with anyone, okay? You never want to do that, because the minute that they're helpless, you're helpless too. So always have some money, ladies. So I had to really reconsider that, because I want a provider protector man. I still want one, but I have to be like, like to what extent am I willing to do that? Okay. And I don't feel comfortable with having a man solely provide for me 100%. I would never do that. Now, I know the type of provider protector relationship I'm looking for, and I'm also willing to compromise certain things. But there's other things that I'm not compromising for nobody. I might as well stay by myself because I'm doing well. So these are things that you have to think about, ladies, okay? You have to think about, is there any money put up? Are you in his will? You know, are you on the deed or the lease of the house? You know, if he's not able to take care of certain things, do they become your responsibility? Or do you want to add children to the situation? Once you get pregnant or whatever, dudes change up, because now they understand and they're splitting your attention with someone else, okay? A lot of times these men will become resentful or whatever, because they can't have your attention to themselves, and they may not see you as attractive or whatever. Once you get pregnant, you got to think about so many things as a woman. So my whole thing is, never solely depend on a man for your survival. Don't depend on anyone solely for your survival. Have money no matter what you decide to do, okay, ladies? And be realistic, all right? If you want this type of man, he's going to want you to look a certain way. He's going to want you to be submissive to what it is his plan is, okay? And like I said, you got to be willing to go along with that to an extent. So, yeah. Okay, and this is more likely to happen when you have his biological children, okay? Or when it's just the two of y'all together. It's less likely to happen when you have children outside of the home. I'm not saying it doesn't, because I know people that do this, but I'm just telling you, your chances are better of getting a survival of what is it, protector provider man, if you have no children or if you have children by him. All right. So hey, if you are liking this content, I need y'all to go check out Real Life Home Revealed. Okay, that's my other channel. I do so many acapella covers over there, and I'm starting to get back into some of the like DIYs or whatever for the home. And then yeah, continue to watch this channel. If you haven't, make sure that you subscribe. All right, bye for now. Oh, catch me on Medium too. I write over there. All right, bye.